Talkover podcast settings. DJ Double, DJ Stylus in the building.
Wow, go easy, my dude. Down in Brighton.
In the building.
Down in the sticks.
No, I'm in Maidstone today.
I'm in Stylus' studio. Hi, everyone. Double's in Brighton. In where? No, you're not even in Brighton no more. Keep saying Brighton. Do you know what, bro? I just assume that you're from Brighton now, you know. Whenever people say to me, yeah, he's in Brighton.
That's all right. Nah, you know what? It's funny because the guys at DJ City, whenever they post stuff out, they always post London's DJ Double or DJ Double from London.
Bro, when you go anywhere in the world, I remember being in America and like, oh, you're from the UK, from London? Like, London is like, yo, there's loads of places in England, you know. Like,
brother, Americans are different though, man. They come to Spain and they say they're in Europe. You get a text from an American friend, yo, I'm in Europe. Do you want to meet up?
Yo, I'm in Europe. To be fair though, like a flight, yo, but this is the thing, going from one state to another in States, that's like, go see your homie, it's a 3-hour flight, do you know what I mean? Like going to Spain is like not even 2 hours. Yeah. So technically, it is around the corner to them, these Americans.
I remember seeing someone put a tweet out.
It's a big ass place. This is a weird start to the podcast, but yeah.
Someone put a tweet out about Americans saying that, and they said when Americans say they're in Europe, they're like, "Where the fuck are you, bro? Are you in Barcelona or are you in Doncaster?" Like, you can't just say Europe. Anyway,
so real.
I went to a venue in London not that long ago, to see a live show, Waka Flocka show with Who Kid. Shouts to Flocka and Who Kid. I can't remember if it was either Coco or XOYO in London. I don't remember which one. Anyway, okay. I went for a piss, as you do. And as I was coming out of the toilet, on the back of the door, there was a sign, not just a piece of paper sign, like actually proper, someone had put a lot of effort into getting this done for the club. No phones on the dance floor.
Well, that's the one, man.
And I thought,
that is the one.
That's an amazing idea. I walked out of the club into the performance, and obviously everyone had their phone out on the dance floor filming Flocka's performance, filming the show.
How do you stop it though? Like,
well,
how do you stop people from taking phones on the dance floor without physically?
It's a weird one, man.
When you go to secure buildings and they take the shit off you and give it you back at the end, like, is that how it's gonna run? It's obviously sick, though.
Some clubs force you to hand your coat in, don't they? Like, you absolutely have to put your coat into the cloakroom.
Yeah, we used to do that at Jam.
The phone room, you have to put your phone. But it got me thinking, because I was like, would that ever work in the club setting? Would it ever work? Because we're living in an age now, and we've spoken about it before, where the people are out to turn up for the gram. Some people are only out so that they can get content for their Instagram stories, show everyone how amazing their life is, even when it's shit and they're depressed. And they can turn up for the first 15 seconds of every song, and then they stand still like a fucking stool, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, we've all seen it. As DJs, we've all seen it. You play any song, it can be any song, and half the crowd, or like a bunch of people in the crowd, will get their phones out, they'll hold it up above them, the light's shining on them, they're singing the words, they're turning up, having the most amazing time. Some of them are jumping, their hands are going up and down, it's all going crazy, and as soon as that 15 seconds is up, they are just stood still. And they actually they have their phone there, they just type a little caption or something, living my best life, post it, and then they're just stood still with their mates for the next 2 minutes until the next song comes.
It's exhausting. Do you know what, bro? It's exhausting. It's just the dip. We're older, right? So we're from a different generation. Like, we seen life before this. See some of these new kids, right? They've not seen what life is like before social media. Like, how to appreciate just having a night out with your homies and enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, I use my Instagram, but one thing that I am conscious of, I very rarely post stuff when I'm in a club. I think I posted a couple bits on Friday for the first time in ages and got like flipping 30 inboxes off it. I'd rather just focus on my set, do my thing, and then if man want to come and see me play, come to the club. Like, but this new generation they've not known any different. So that, like, they hit like 6-7 years of age and they're already thinking about being popular on the gram.
Bruv, you know what? It's mad.
It's that real.
actually, yeah, just digressing a little bit. I took Leanne and Roman, my son and my missus, for everyone watching that's new. Hi. Took my missus and my son to a firework display on Saturday, and Leanne actually pointed out to me this child who must have been about 4 or 5 sat on their dad's shoulders. He handed the phone. No shit, yeah, we were watching. Leanne clocked it as soon as the kid unlocked the phone, and then she nudged me and pointed. The kiddie searched through the phone, found Snapchat, opened Snapchat, pointed it at the fireworks, held the button down, took the snap, and then posted the snap. This kid was like 4 or 5 years old, bro, doing it on their dad's phone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's getting younger and younger, and people know they can make careers out of this stuff. But yeah, we're totally going off track here, mate. Clubs on. Phones on the dance floor.
No, it's not off track. It's not off track because it's actually like people are being conditioned in. Well, they're being conditioned in a way, yeah. So like people see other people's Instagram stories and see like, oh shit, they're having the best time. I really want to have the best time. And I think subliminally or somewhere inside their head, they think for me to have the best time, I've got to post it. Like there has to be content. They can't just go out and just have a memory sat in their brain. There has to be content. Do you know the most fucked up thing, actually? I'm going to digress just very slightly. Bro, I saw a video of a funeral the other day. Someone put together like a proper promo video from somebody's funeral. And I just thought, mate, if someone I know's died, yeah, the last thing I want is content. Like, it's just... I mean, that's just a slight thing, but that's just showing an extreme that people are even going to. Do you know what I mean? To video a funeral. Real talk, bro. Honestly, it's the truth. It's the truth.
You can't be using social media at a funeral, man. Like that is borderline.
Bro, it was on Facebook. It was a video on Facebook of someone's funeral.
Well, it's not for me.
Yeah, I know, it's bizarre. But I mean, I only use that as an example to show how extreme some people have taken it. That's obviously not a common thing right now. But I think people feel a certain way about if I go out tonight and tomorrow everyone's looking at my story and they don't see me having an amazing time, they're going to think I've had a shit night out, or they're going to think I'm not popular, or they're going to think I'm boring because I don't go out, even though I was at. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think people think too much.
People have to be, they want to be seen to be an active man and like you say, living best life, mate. Like that line couldn't be more relevant.
It's crazy.
Like, in this day and age.
It's mad. But going back to the actual to the subject of it, no phones on the dance floor. I think it is possible, and there's a couple of examples I'll give you. Like for example, comedy shows. You can't go to if like there's a like if Kevin Hart, for example, was doing his comedy show, you're not allowed to take your phone out and film or snap or Instagram any of it. And if you do, if you get caught, you get kicked out. And they are fucking militant with it at comedy shows.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, to be fair.
Part of the reason is obviously it's very different to being in a club. If the comedian's jokes get out online,
they have to protect their own content.
Do you know what I mean? Then
at the end of the day,
it's not funny when if you've seen it, then you've seen it. So it's going to be better to see it live. And if that's the only place you can see their content, then that's how they make their money, through ticket sales. But I actually remember when Logic came and did his concert in Manchester, he had a very cool part of the show. It's actually my favourite part of the show, where he said, for the next 5 minutes, I don't want anyone... No, he said it on stage, bro. He was like, I don't want anyone to have their phone out or get their phone out. I don't want any Snapchats, no Facebook Live, no Instagram stories, no torches, absolutely nothing. He said, I can't remember what he said, but he said basically if you get your phone out, then you've got daddy issues or something. He proper like cuss people. Was like, if you get your phone out, then you're a moron, basically. And honestly, for about the next 10 minutes of his show, I was stood on a balcony overlooking. It was a balcony right at the back of the venue, overlooking the entire venue and the stage. So I could see every single crowd member almost and the stage. And mate, do you know how amazing it was to see this incredible live show, music show as well, everyone turning up, everyone having the sickest time, and not one mobile phone?
That's dope, man.
It was amazing, bro. It was so sick.
It's at the point where that's a special moment in this day and age, because it's usually a sea of phone lights. Yeah, like literally every single concert now, like I get it. Like, people pay the money, they want to get memories and whatever, but you can't take it in watching it through your phone screen. Like,
no, but see, this is the thing though. You say they want to get memories.
You're not really in it.
They're not getting memories because all they're doing is they're watching it on their screen to make sure their screen is pointed at the person they want to see. I just think, why not just take it in with your eyeballs and store that memory in your brain? And it's not because they want memories. It's because they want content. They want to show off. Like,
I don't know, man. Like, I filmed stuff at shows, like, and kept it over the years, but like not posted it around. I guess it depends what kind of person you are, man. Like, we live in this industry, like, going to these shows and being in clubs and all, like, it's normal to us because this is what we do. So, like, I remember I went to the first Jay-Z show with Beyonce. That was in Paris, like 4 or 5 years ago, and I did film quite a bit of that. Before you were
friends with him, yeah.
Yeah, that was before we made friends, innit? So we went to that show, and that's in like a 80,000 seater stadium, Stade de France. Yeah. I mean, a special moment. It's the first time they'd done a show together, like a joint like performance, and I did film quite a bit of it, but it was like little moments of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not living through my phone, and it wasn't a case of I want to gather content. Like, I just thought, yo, like, this is a special show. This, like, I want to keep some of this shit to look back. And I've not watched it back since. This was years and years and years ago, but it's there just on the computer kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But I can, yeah, it's definitely more of people trying to gather content and stunt and live the best life. As we say.
Do you think a club that enforced a no phones on the dance floor, I mean, actively enforced it, do you think that would work? Or even not even a club, right? If it was a night, if you did something.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. If it was more of a club brand where it was like, you could just call it no phones, mate. Do you know what I mean? Something so simple. Anyone out there watching this, don't steal these ideas.
yeah, and it was setting up some millionaires now.
You could just cut like no phones, and like that's the concept. You know what I mean? People congregating, talking, no phones, like that thing, like something like that might work. I'd struggle to see how you would stop unless you was to put a system in place where you physically take people's phones on the way and give them a ticket, they collect it on the way back, then man are drunk, losing tickets, like what they do with cloakrooms, then they can't get the phone back, and
yeah,
it'd be harder than you think, you know. It'd be hard. It'd be the sickest thing ever. I know there's was it Germany, or did I see something online one time? It was a club in Germany. I can't remember where it was, man. I'm going to have to look this up and I'll post it in the comments or something, but I'm sure there's a spot in Germany that does it.
Oh, for real, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I've seen it on my social media before, and someone went there and was like, yo, this place is dope. Like, no phones. I just can't remember the name. It could have been a club night or a club. It was one or the other. But yeah, I think a club night concept would work, because then it's specific. Do you know what I mean? It's not a case of whenever you come to this club, no phones. Like, this night is built specifically for that, so you pick your moments. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then these people that are addicted to using phones all the time and social media and Instagram, they can just set themselves up where they know, like, tonight we're not gonna have a phone, guys. Like, we're just
bruv, they're the ones that won't come. They're not coming, mate, because their anxiety will be right up the wall. I remember a girl, actually, I was playing in a club in Brighton. It's an underground club, meaning like it's actually like below ground level. I don't mean it's an underground music club. And it's below ground. You get no reception in there. And she came up and asked me at the DJ box for the Wi-Fi passcode for the staff Wi-Fi. And I told her I didn't have it, mate.
I would have said, are you staff though?
No. First I asked,
what does the Wi-Fi say?
I said to her, I was like, well, you don't work here. And she goes, no, but you do, so you've got the password. And I was like, well, no, I don't. I didn't actually have the password for this place. Bro, she was near the DJ box for about the next half hour, and then she had her phone in her hand the whole time, refreshing, trying to refresh, and it wasn't working because she had no Wi-Fi. Bro, she was climbing the walls, mate. She was bugging out that she couldn't get online and post or see what anyone else was doing, post anything. She was freaking out, mate, and it was a bit sad to see, man, because I'm there trying to do a decent set, and I'm just like, I'm DJing thinking, right, just put it in your bag and just while out.
Some of these people are actually getting physical withdrawals, like they've been taking drugs. Like, it is a drug to some people, getting these likes and building up their socials. I was in a place where I was semi like that, and now I just couldn't give a without being blunt. I couldn't give a shit no more. Like, whatever.
Now you're free.
I used to monitor likes, times of posting, I was so meticulous with it, and I've just calmed down on it because it's not good for your health, mate.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
No, I just kind of roll with it, post what I can, and I don't do Insta too tough when I'm out anyway. Like I say, Friday I posted a few bits from my Friday spot, lenging out Homerton B and all that, saying I'm gonna get sacked. Pure people were just hitting me back, but yeah, it's not something I'm going to be doing a lot of going forward, mate. It's not my thing, man. The no phones. I'm down for it, G. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I would love to do it. And when I go out, so if I go out with friends or if I go out with my missus or whatnot, I don't post. If I'm out to have I've kind of got a social media rule. If I'm around people, if I'm within the vicinity of someone that I can have a conversation with, I won't go on social media. I leave social media to when I'm on my own, or if I'm in a position where, like, I'm not on my own if I'm sat on a train, but no one talks to anyone on the train. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I'll just get on it on a train. But if me and you are sat in a room, I'm not going to sit here tapping away. With the odd exception is if I've got something I need to post out to promote a video or a podcast or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'll just hop on, post out what I need to post, and then come off. But in terms of Insta stories, I post when I feel like posting. I don't post every single cool thing that I'm doing. And when I'm out on a social one, bro, my phone stays in my pocket until I need to call the taxi home. Yeah,
I hear that. I think I switched my focus more towards posting like good quality pictures instead of having to worry about stunting and talking in the camera all the time.
Yeah.
So I just pulled back and it was like, do you know what? I do photography in my spare time, videography anyway. Why not just focus on posting like good, like visual stuff around what I'm doing? So you know what I mean? I'm not giving it leaves the door open then for people to guess a little bit. Do you know what I mean? A little bit of mystique. I used to be that guy that used to chat shit everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, story every day, Snapchat, all of them. I was doing Instagram, Snapchat, back for blah blah. And now I'm the complete opposite, bro. Yeah. Like because it messed with my health in the end. So it's like, nah, it's not good, man. It's not good. Yeah. No phones, man. That's a new thing, you know. Let's start it.
No phones. That's the brand, mate. No phones. No phones,
bruv.
No phones on the dance floor.
Or we'll just call it no cellular.
No cellular.
Get me? No signal.
There you go. We are inventing a brand right now. No signal.
Guys, don't teeth my shit yet.
Yeah. This is being copywritten right here.
That's actually
no signal.
That's a dope concept, my bro.
Bruv, I think we're creating something as we speak.
I might chop this out of the podcast. Joke.
Keep it in there. You know what? Let's put it out to the DJs out there. If you're in a city and you want to collaborate with us and come up with a no signal, let's work, man. Let's do something.
No signal. We take everyone's phones off them and that, or just leave it at home. Like we'll search you, bro. We'll pat you down. We'll have a metal detector. No,
I don't think, you know what? I don't think taking their phones off them would work. But I think it would have to just be like a brief security and tell security, like, if you see anyone with their phone out, tell them they've got to put it away.
And then that way, everything stays
against the rules.
And it's against the rules. You can get them chucked out for getting the phone out like that.
And that's like the comedy clubs. But you know what the sickest thing about this whole brand and this whole night would become is that everything that happens on that night in that club
will stay in the night.
Stays in the club. Like it would
bare mystique around the brand, you know.
And that's what it would be. It would just be this real cool night, this amazing night that you can only experience it if you're there. There's no videos on YouTube about it. There's no Insta stories. You can't see even what the club looks like from the inside. Like, it's just this cool little place.
I'm not even gassing, man. This is the sickest idea.
Yeah. Well,
it actually is.
Let's get it moving now, because if this podcast's out and people are watching it and we haven't started a no signal.
By the time you guys are watching this, we've already got it copywritten, mate. So
that's it. The name's copywritten. We've got the flyers designed. Don't even try and jack it. However, if you want to book no signal for your club, just holler at me and Stylus and we'll pattern it up. We'll come and do something.
Well, very, very good prices.
Yeah. Sick. What a great idea. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how me and Stylus come up with all our amazing ideas that we managed to pattern.
See that formula then. See, you guys have just witnessed firsthand what goes down on our Friday night phone calls. This is what we do, guys. This is how the podcast was created.
Exactly,
Literally.
yeah, it is, isn't it? That's exactly.
Literally.
And underground, same with Underground Kings as well. Oh, we should do a mixtape. Well, we should do something else. Let's do a documentary. Okay, what should we call it?
Yo, we're so scatty with the ideas, but when the ideas come, it's magical, mate.
Amazing.
without blowing my own trumpet.
No phones on the dance floor. You know what? A cool thing I have just I think we'll probably wrap it up. But one cool thing that clubs have started putting in, and this is another thing I've noticed here. Clubs are putting in charging stations now for phones.
Yep.
And I think
USBs
that's a great
in the
idea.
booths and that.
I think that's a great idea. No, actual, like, one club I was playing at has an actual. It's like a cloakroom, but to charge your phone. It's a whole separate hole in the wall, nothing but phones. You can't do anything there but charge your phone. And there's a person there that takes it, gives you your ticket and all sorts. But one thing I did want to say during this podcast, actually, one thing I've noticed is people are leaving the clubs earlier now because their phone batteries are dying. Have you noticed that?
That's real, man. Like, I've not noticed it because of whether it's because of phones or not. But I do feel like people leave earlier.
That's it. I'm just noticing the clubs are dying out earlier, and they're closing down a bit earlier because people are getting to a point where either their batteries have died and they haven't used their phone for the last hour, so they're getting anxiety and they've got to leave, or they've got 8% and they know they have to call the Uber. And it's like, shit, if the Uber doesn't come before my battery dies, I can't get home. So they have to call the Uber with their dead battery base. Do you know what I mean? Like,
the mobile phone is literally a full extension of someone's life now. Like,
it has become
part of you. Like, it's stuck to the end of your arm.
It is. Yeah.
It's like you in digital format, basically. Your Insta's in there, your WhatsApp's in there, all your
bank
pictures,
details
videos,
are in there,
contacts, bank details, your online banking,
your mum's number, your dad's number,
bruv, and the rest, man, and the rest.
Crazy.
Like, I've got Uber's on mine, my online banking account, my Mixcloud, my PayPal, Lightroom, like my train and travel apps, eBay, Dropbox,
crazy,
my mobile phone like provider stuff, my parking app, because I don't carry all the change to be parking, so wherever I go, like, pay by phone. Literally, without the phone, man, it's finished out here, bruv. And that's not even a gas.
Mad.
Anyway, no phones on the dance floor.
No phones on the dance floor, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it happen.
You little batty holes.